Guys, Heatfireash here, and today I got a deck check for you of a Werewolf Warrior deck. I kind of took a break from Legends for a month or two, and then I came back the beginning of this month, and I built this Werewolf deck. It's pretty fun, winning some games with it, so I thought I would show it because I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a pretty cool deck. Obviously, it's more aggro, mid-rangey. But it's also like a pretty budget deck, so, and I have an even more budget version of this one too, that'll show at the end. But we're running, mainly all the werewolf cards here, Circle Initiate and throwing in Thornwall Terror, which is actually surprisingly been really good. So we're running just all of them. The only one we're not running the max amount of is Ayla Huntmate, because honestly the stats are just kind of bad on it, and I'm also running 3 of the Ash Berserkers, so there's already plenty of card draw. I am running a Skyforge, which I don't know that I've ever seen a deck use Skyforge before, but since it's a werewolf deck, I figured I'd throw it in. It's if you don't know, it's once you equip the Steel Dagger 3 times, it basically has an effect that lets you to turn any of your creatures into a werewolf, and then it gives all werewolves +1/+1. So it's just kind of like another extra bonus, but it'll take a while to get. And out of all the games I've played with this so far, there's only been one game I even played it, and the next turn it got destroyed by a Dusknow Archer. So anyway, it's a fun card. It's a fun deck. It's your typical hit the face. Most of the time you're going to race your opponent with this deck. The only kind of controlling card sort of is Ayla Huntress, which if you do get into the later game, you can get rid of a big guard or whatever sometimes. And then Sharpshooter and Shield Breakers are like your get rid of guards or get rid of drain creatures. Pretty typical setup, I would say. Another card, yeah, the Battle Spear. This card is actually pretty good in here because you can start off with like a Thornwall Terror or even Windkeep Spellsword. It's really good on that. And what's nice is that all the werewolves are kind of like understated. They're like a little bit understated for their cost, but if you can buff them with Rally, it makes it not as bad just to play them without being able to set off their beast form that turn. So that's a nice little combo. I mean, obviously Rally's good with like any creature, but it's definitely good with them because they're just not that great statted to begin with. So that's the deck. Like I said, pretty basic aggro, hit the face, race your opponent. I will say the worst matchup I found so far is Prophecy Battle Mage. Obviously that people still play that deck, so yeah, that's a really tough matchup because you want to hit the face to activate all your beast forms, and they just get a prophecy on everything, so that's very hard to win. But most other matchups, you at least have some sort of a chance. So there are some like other cards you could throw in here, like you could throw in Withered Hand Cultist, obviously, because we're not playing any spells, so that's kind of just a normal inclusion. You could put in, what's the name, a Sower of Revenge. Obviously those are big inclusions too, but I was trying to keep it a little more budget. I know there is 2 legendaries in it, but Ayla you can get from one of the bonus packs or bonus, whatever it's called, the pre-built deck from the Skyrim set. She comes in that, so that's easy to get. Skyforge, I mean, I just threw it in. It's definitely not needed. It's probably not even optimal, but it's a fun card. And then Sharpshooter, these could also be it could also be the 4-cost guy. Earthbone Spinner. Forgot that card's name for a second. They do almost the same thing. Sharpshooter just has slightly better stats, I would say, and then costing 1 less. So I chose it, but really you could do either. And now here I have a budget, completely budget version with no legendaries and no epics. So took out the Aella, the Skyforge, and the 3 Halu sharpshooters, and added in 2 Bone Bow, which not the best card in the world, but you need some form of silence because if you're trying to race your opponent, they throw a drain creature down. Hand of Dagoth, like you're just in trouble, honestly. So you need some kind of silence in the deck. And then I put in the 3rd Aella. Might as well for a budget version. And then I put in 2 Dark Guardian, which will help a little bit against other aggro matchups. You can slow them down a little bit, and also it's very good with stuff. The Battle Spear. Even if you throw a Bone Bow on it, it's good with buffs. So that's the full budget version, and it's a really fun deck. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. Let me know if you guys use it. If you make any changes to it, throw in different stuff. It's very flexible. You kind of just throw in the werewolf package, and then you can, go from there, add whatever other cards you want. So I've been having fun with it. Hopefully you will too. Whoa, you guys are still here? Why? Oh, I get it. You want to see if there's any after credit scenes like the Marvel movies, right? There could be. There definitely might be some after credit scenes, but the only way to find out is to like this video and subscribe. All right? All right, real talk. There's no after credit scenes. The video is definitely over, but you should still subscribe. All right?